Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh.tv, Apple TV, and on Roku. Find us on social media for extra content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell to get notified about live streams and new content. Tune in to our platforms every other Friday to watch the Exeter Bi-Weekly Report.
September 10th, 2025, Exeter Water and Sewer Advisory Committee meeting. I'm Bob Kelly, the chair of the committee, and with me this evening to my left are Carl Wickstrom and Alan Mangan, members of the committee, and to my right, Molly Cowan, who's the select board representative to the committee. Dan Chartrand, the other select board representative, could not make it this evening. We'll delay regular business to get directly into abatements. So we'll speak with Heather first. If you could just go up to the microphone, that'd be great. So this is at 76 Linden.
That's correct. I need to pull them up.
So it, just looking at the narrative, it's like there was a running toilet for some time.
Yeah, so basically I manage the property at that location. There's 4 units there. I've managed it for several years, and generally we address anything like this immediately, especially if we get a notice. We tend to know it's a toilet or something of that nature. This particular tenant had some, her husband had some really significant health issues, and she was away for significant periods of time. So by the time we were notified of it, we had already incurred a hefty usage. And had it fixed, which I provided the backup for that. So generally this doesn't happen to this degree, but yeah, I'm just asking for your consideration. It was an unusual occurrence, and we know why, and addressed it right away.
So the tenant didn't indicate at all that there was any kind of leak?
No.
I mean, that's a lot of water that was
used. It sure is. It sure is. And I talked to Desiree. She knows her stuff really well. When I sat with her for 5 minutes, it was obvious over at the Public Works. And I said, is it even really possible? And I mean, based on numbers she was able to rattle off, apparently it is. So I have seen this happen, in other properties. Again, we usually can correct it quickly, but even if she was home, I do not think that she was of the mindset to be thinking about that, is my guess, which is why it might have gone on longer than normal, or she was not there. She was at the hospital with him.
Okay. Any discussion with the committee?
It looks like there were about 3 months of high usage. I guess it took a while before you got the notice, or it took a while before the notice was sent?
I don't know what the timing was if we were notified. Usually every town is or city is very good about that. When I sat with Desiree and she narrowed it down to the monthly occurrence, it appeared, in my recollection of that meeting with her, it happened in April, was the majority of that quarter. There's a lot more.
It says the notice was sent in April, but if you look at the usage, it looks like the usage was January, February, March. The high usage.
She had told me.
So I mean, if there's nobody there, or very few, or people were there very little, it's possible they could miss that. But it looks like, actually, I look at it again. I'm wrong. It is just April. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I had a chart she had sent me, and that's where we were able to pinpoint.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I looked at it wrong. It was just April.
Okay.
That was extremely high. Okay, that makes sense.
And then this was fixed May 9th and obviously billed out in the middle of May by the plumber who
Right.
did correct it.
Well, normally when there's an infirmity involved, we would potentially discuss an 80% abatement, but in this case, that it went,
It was actually just 1 month. It wasn't as long as I thought.
yeah, I guess it was just for 1 month.
Yeah, I looked at it wrong. I was looking at last year's instead
Yeah.
of this year's. And it's a lot higher in April than it was any of last year, so,
Yeah, and it
I
looks
just
like
looked
the
at it
other
wrong.
months were a lot lower.
yeah.
Sometimes I can obviously explain it depending on tenants, how many kids might be there, how many people might be there. I can usually justify where it fluctuates. This was out of the norm by quite a bit.
Right. And it does seem to be fixed. I don't have the data from May, but
In the package, I just had the bill with the date that it was actually corrected with the invoice date.
yeah, trying to see if I could, long enough, maybe I didn't scroll far enough down. See if I go farther down.
Any consideration for an abatement?
Yeah, it was fixed by May, so that's good. I make a recommendation for an 80% abatement of water and sewer because of the mitigating factors of illness involved.
Do I hear a second?
I will second that.
Thank you. So that would be for $797.79 for water and $1,263.92 for sewer. $2,061.71. Any further discussion? All those in favor of approving an 80% water and sewer abatement over regular usage for 76 Linden Street signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So you'll be getting a notice for roughly a little over a $2,000 abatement,
Okay.
which
Thank
is
you,
a
thanks for your
80% over the excess.
I really appreciate that,
from
thank you.
You bet. Okay, Diane? So this is 211
Front.
Front Street?
Yes.
So this is an irrigation system that
Yes.
sort of had a mind of its own, it sounds
It
like?
certainly did. Thankfully, we received the high usage notification, so I contacted Desiree, who's a delightful human being.
She really is.
Oh, my goodness. I contacted her right away. She said, you should get a hold of your irrigation folks. I did that. They came out, they fixed it. They had found that the system meter was running the water at 3 times a day versus 3 times a week.
So, not something that anybody noticed by chance?
I
You didn't?
know, of course not, no. I had no idea. I would have had no idea without the notification from the
Really?
town. Yeah.
I can see.
So you didn't see it go on more frequently than normal?
Nope. We're just not home that much either, so it's kind of.
So it's a new irrigation system too, right?
It was installed 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years, so it's not totally new. Okay.
So it looks like it's primarily July.
Yeah. Just 1 month's worth is about the best you can expect on response.
Okay. I think under these conditions, normally we'd do a 50% water and a
Yes.
100% sewer.
That's correct. It's all outdoor.
I will make that motion.
I second.
Here a second. So what we would consider is sort of split the responsibility with you, even though the town policy is that anything inside the meter is the ratepayer's responsibility. But we'll meet you halfway on the water usage, and then for sewer, since you didn't use the sewer, it just drained to the ground, we would give you 100% abatement on that.
Nice, thank you.
So for the water part, that would be $140.72. And for sewer would be $409.27. For a total of $549.99 abatement, which is basically will abate a portion of the excess usage of your standard usage. All those in favor of approving a 50% water, 100% sewer abatement for 211 Front Street, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, you'll be getting that notice. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
Thank you.
Okay, and it doesn't look like, are either of you are you guys all with Lint? Got it, okay, we just have two more administrative things to do here. We'll do one Blanche Lane next.
Can you hear me, guys? Oops.
Again, a toilet.
Oh, here, he's on the.
We have a call in.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
are
on
you,
the
are you Chris?
Yeah, I'm Chris.
Excellent, how you doing?
Good. I didn't know we could come in. I would have came in. I'm sorry.
Not a problem. Sorry to make you wait.
No, no worries.
So you want to give us just a brief description of what happened?
Yeah, we have a downstairs toilet, downstairs bathroom that we don't use very often, and it wasn't making any sounds like it was running. So usually when like something's running, like the toilet's running or something, you hear that noise it makes. That whole noise wasn't making any of that noise, and so we didn't know that toilet was running until we got that letter from the town water and sewer. It's not really a bathroom that we use much downstairs, and it's on I don't know how it happened, but our house is on a slate. And I don't know if that had something to do with it, but it wasn't making any noise, and it was just continuously running. And once we got that letter, we were looking all through the house, and then we went to that toilet, and it still wasn't making any noise like it was running, and that's what was making all the leakage. And the bill was like 100 times what it usually is.
Yeah. Three
I
times.
have a question. It says in your explanation that it was spraying directly from the bowl spout directly into the overflow drain. Was
Yeah.
no water going into the tank?
Yeah, water was going to the tank too. That's why we were surprised that we didn't hear any noise.
But when that tank
Usually-
fills up,
Oh,
when the tank fills up, doesn't that activate the valve to turn off the water? So yes, it would be more than there normally would be, but it didn't seem like it'd be running all the time.
yeah, it was running the whole time. Like the water was, I don't know where it was going. I'm not a plumber, so I have no idea.
Well, I mean,
But that was just,
Physical-
that's what we were told was
That-
happening.
right. But if some of it was going into the tank, it would occasionally fill up the tank and turn it off. So I'm just a little confused about this explanation.
So
that's all.
the float must have been
The
malfunctioning.
float must have been
so that
malfunctioning too, yes.
It just wasn't,
It
everything was
wasn't
just
just
filling up
that.
and then
Yeah,
spilling over.
yeah. Okay, that's probably what it was.
So what did you do to fix this?
We got a whole new toilet.
Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't messing around.
Okay. Any discussion?
I mean, it would have kept on going until forever, because I mean, until we got that letter.
Yikes.
Yeah, right.
Good thing we send them.
Yeah. Well, you almost gave me a heart attack, but
I bet. That must have been a miserable thing to open.
Any comments from the committee?
No, I have none.
Any motion for abatement by anyone?
Well, normally something like this is a 50% abatement.
Yeah, I think that would still be reasonable in this case.
So I'll make a motion for a 50% abatement on the excess.
On floors, right?
Pardon?
On water. and-
On both, yes, because it definitely is going down the
I
sewer.
second it.
Okay, so that would be $419.87 for the water and $665.02 for the sewer. $1,084.89. So what we're considering is we would meet halfway on the excess usage, 50% abatement on the excess water and 50% on the excess sewer. Even though it was, by town policy, it's your responsibility to maintain your equipment, we meet you halfway on that.
All right, I appreciate that.
All those in favor of approving a 50% water and sewer abatement over excess for 1 Blanche Lane, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. So you'll be getting that notice with your next bill.
All right, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, Chris. So the last,
34 Front Street is what's left on
the
mine.
last one's the post office. We listened to this last time, last meeting, and my notes show that we didn't quite have enough information because in the description, we didn't see how the water could sort of be that forceful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they talk about the water being overpressured, extremely pressurized. I mean, aren't they from the same system we are? Did we have a booster pump going to that? I mean, doesn't the water,
It does
isn't
seem
the water
almost
pressure
right.
set by the level in the water tower or wherever it's filled?
Yes.
So it can't be overpressurized, and unless there's a booster pump going to them.
Which there does not appear to be, according to Ed.
Okay.
Ed had his write-up after. It appears like the notice was delivered in January, and I understand it's a federal bureaucracy, but it took
3 months.
3 months to start something.
I frankly would like to make a motion to deny this request. Just plain deny it. Or make a recommendation to the
Because,
board to deny
because
it. How do you
the,
wanna do it? Well, it
Just- yeah,
seems like
just so I
total
can write it down.
mismanagement to me, and I don't see, and it's mismanagement by the post office personnel, and why should the Exeter ratepayers pay for their mismanagement? I mean, they made a mistake, but they should pay for that mistake.
okay.
And a rather bad mistake.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's really any more information that,
Yeah, no, this is the same packet we had
basically,
before.
They just wrote the same thing, and Ed did weigh in on behalf of the town and said that they not only took a long time to, they seemed to be throwing in there that the meter was faulty, and it really wasn't faulty. It
The meter
just
was
it
tested.
clear. It was readable,
It's just-
but
yeah.
barely, so the meters don't generally slow down.
Yeah.
Or don't
Speed up.
generally speed up.
Yeah,
They
if
slow
anything, they
down.
slow down,
So,
yeah.
Okay, Carl has moved to deny the abatement request.
I'm a little
Any
bit afraid
further
of the post
discussion? I'm sorry?
office. I'm a little bit afraid of the post office.
Hey, I'm leaving town for 6 months, so,
Or
whatever.
everything belongs to.
I'm also a little, like, why haven't they come here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of money that, even if we only give them a 50%, it's $11,000. That's a fair amount of,
It's,
that
Right.
that's sort of skin in the game. It doesn't appear like they,
I am not in favor of denying, but I'm not in favor of passing it. So I will abstain, but I won't have a
Well-
fit if you.
Well, the thing of it is, we don't actually do the denial. It's really the select board that does the denial. If they want to appeal it to you guys,
Right, and
They can
that's
do so.
I mean, that's honestly probably the appropriate place
Yeah.
to be like, we're
I
not
agree.
granting you this money.
Yeah.
Or we're not abating you this money, you have to come in and actually talk to us. I am totally in favor of that strategy.
Okay.
I'll second Carol's motion.
So, I mean, it's a denial by us, but
Right.
that's not the final word. The select board is, so.
Well, we can say that if they want to appeal it, they can go directly to the select board, but I'll write it up such that the quote-unquote additional information we received didn't give us any more information regarding what actually happened, and some of the technical details appeared to be a little capricious. So, okay. It's been moved and seconded to deny the request of the U.S. Postal Service at 34 Front Street for an abatement on a high water use. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And are you abstaining?
And I'll abstain, I'll take
Okay.
it up at the select board.
Okay, it's a vote. All right, thank you, everyone. Okay, so we have the fine folks from Lindt Chocolate Factory here, and I sent an email out at the end of the day trying to sort of summarize where we were. Things have sort of changed recently. But Lindt has been a long-standing good customer of the town regarding use of water and sewer. And they are in the Stratham Industrial Park and have an allocation for usage and are looking to expand that usage. And part of the expansion would include assistance to the town, or at least an offer of assistance, for improvements that are going down High Street and then connecting up with the downtown system. And this would assist in the improved capacity and then allow Lindt to use what they need without impacting the town's ability to supply the rest of their customers. So they want to make a little presentation to us about what they have in mind, so the floor is one of yours, and
Start the process?
yeah, just if you could just sit at a microphone so that it can get recorded, that would be great. And if there's some methodology, like just somebody writing down, who the attendees were.
Okay.
Just so that we can, put that in the file, somebody can just jot that down so we can make sure we have all the
Names
the
spelled.
proper references. Thank you.
Okay. My name is Mark Stevens.
And Mark is associated with the industrial park.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Go for it.
We were asked to assist in putting together a program for putting the pipe and stuff in the ground and getting Lindt organized and putting this package together. So we have. With the proposal is to install the improvements on the High Street Bridge project. There's 3 projects that need to be done to increase the capacity of the sewer, and the High Street Bridge project is the first one that needs to be done. It's an estimated.
I'm sorry, you said sewer. I thought we were talking about water. Is it sewer?
It's sewer, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, we're really talking about sewer. It's the sewer capacity issue, and in the Stratham Industrial Park, the sewer capacity is measured by the water consumption. Sewer meters don't work very well.
No, no, it's not.
So we have put a proposal together to do this work and get an increase in capacity to the park of 75,000 gallons a day, which is what Lindt needs to be able to operate. So it would increase the capacity of the park from 75,000 gallons to 150,000 gallons. The initial estimates of the work are $1.8 million. And, we would agree to do all of the work that was necessary. And if it overran because this is engineering estimates. And if it overran, we'd pick up that additional cost. So that improvement would not cost the town anything.
Is there a, and thank you for the summary and the succinct summary, which is always nice. So basically what, and I was trying to find this handout that I had gotten a couple of months ago, but basically Underwood Engineers had done the analysis, the hydraulic analysis from the industrial park down through town, and there are a couple of pinch points. And so there are projects that were on our CIP anyway, our capital improvements program, to improve those, but the timing was a few years down the road. So Lint has offered, and the industrial park has offered to help subsidize that, to bring it earlier in the schedule so we could get it done. Probably not this construction season, but you're going to use your own contractors, is that
Yeah, we would
right?
use Severino as our, to do the work. He's done an awful lot of work in town, and they've got a great reputation, and they've done a tremendous amount of work for us over the years.
Any questions?
Well,
Committee?
yeah, do these improvements include pump stations or anything like that to move it on, or is it just increasing the line sizes?
If there's improvements in the pump station, it would be an improvement within the industrial park itself.
Okay.
And we have a new Gorman Rupp sewer pump station in the park that will need to be upgraded, and have the capacity will need to be increased.
Okay. Does it involve increasing the sewer line size by 50%?
We will need to increase the sewer line from, currently it's a 4-inch, and we'll need to increase it to 6-inch.
Yeah, 50% diameter, yeah. Okay.
So the 150,000 is just for Lint usage, right?
No, the 75,000 would be just for Lint usage. Lint has currently been allocated 18,000 gallons a day.
Out of 75.
Out of
industrial.
75, so they would have their initial 18,000 gallons per day plus the additional 75,000, which puts them up to about 93,000 gallons a day.
Okay. Is this any kind of industrial waste at all? Is it just strictly
It's a
sewer?
little bit of industrial waste, which they've been discharging through, strong supervision from the town. And if we need to speak about the industrial waste, we have someone here that can do that.
Okay.
All right?
I'd like to talk about that,
Sure.
but we can wait till
Yeah.
she's ready.
They do have a permit. They do have
Okay.
an
Yeah,
industrial
sure.
waste permit.
Okay. So you have an industrial waste pretreatment plant,
Yes, that's right.
and it goes into the sewer now? Or does it go?
Yes,
It
that's
goes into the sanitary sewer now? That's
Yes,
the
it
public
meets that.
sewer.
Yes,
Before we get
correct.
too
Yes,
far down
yes.
the road,
Sorry.
what is your name, please?
Sorry. My name is Melanie Pyer. I'm the Director of Environment, Health, and Safety at Lint USA.
Okay. So I didn't mean to jump in on
that's
this.
okay.
Okay.
Why don't you start?
Okay, go ahead. Do you have a presentation that you want to give before I ask questions, or are you just ready to answer my
I'm ready
questions?
if you need certain references or certain things, but we
Okay,
can
I
just
just
speak for
was
now.
wondering what type of treatment you're doing now and what type of treatment is going to be done in the future for that industrial waste portion.
Sure. So the industrial waste that we have is primarily from our mold washing operations. So it's kind of almost like kitchen waste, but there's a
Right.
lot of oils and fats in the water, which we take out with grease traps. And we do neutralization because the water's slightly acidic. So we have meters for pH and we have limits that we're subject to from our permit. And We have some pretty robust processes for auditing. So the town of Exeter is at our site at least once a year to audit both paperwork and equipment, maintenance records, things like that, that we're adhering to our agreement, which is in the permit. So we do neutralization, and that's pretty much it.
So you don't do any kind of biological treatment
We do
before it
not.
goes? Okay.
Yeah, the
So it's just
biological
you're just-
oxygen demand, the BOD.
You're increasing the BOD going to the sewer because of your
The food waste.
food
Correct,
waste?
correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And the monitoring, I haven't seen your permit, so the monitoring of BOD, COD, and that kind of thing done monthly, quarterly, or?
Quarterly.
Quarterly? Okay. Okay, that tells me. And in the future, you'd be doing the same thing, is it? So it's the same, it's just more of it, same
That's
thing, just
correct.
more of it? So
Yes.
you're expanding the same type of operation is the idea?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
So I know when we met a while ago, we had some discussion over who we were all going to deal with, and it appears like things have modified a little bit. I don't know exactly what the conclusion. I'm talking with Steve and Melissa today. I guess we'll continue to work with you and maybe Lynn jointly.
Whatever you want to do. I'm just here to facilitate.
Right.
Just try to get it done.
You know, there was, again, a question of who we were, because the original allocation in, what was it, 84?
84, yeah.
Was with the industrial park, because they didn't have any tenants at the time. And so we wanted to just make sure that contractually we were dealing with the right folks. So I think we got that straightened out, and obviously Lint is the driver of the project and all of that. Has there been any ongoing discussion about the financing part of it? Like, is that,
We're just going to write you out a check.
okay, but you're going to actually manage the
I'm going to
construction?
yes, yeah, I'm going to, yeah, you asked us to do that, and we
Right.
will. So we will put the whole package together. We would love to have some plans, some finalized plans, or some preliminary plans, so that if we
Right.
get into it a little bit, we could value engineer it a little bit, because there's always more than one way of looking at something.
Right,
You know, and so as soon as we get those, and yeah, if I had plans tomorrow, we'd start tomorrow.
yeah, I'm meeting with Steve and Melissa on Monday.
Yeah, I talked to Melissa
discuss-
this afternoon.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, she said she was
Yeah.
going to talk to you. So I think, you know, in general, we would like to proceed ahead, and it's really just a matter of the dotting i's and crossing
Crossing Ts, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, she
making
was
sure the
concerned
town
about-
is
yeah.
covered
Yeah,
for what they
exactly, and
wanna
I
do.
think we work with everybody in the park, so I think we can probably work through that process without a whole lot of difficulty. We can get releases so that the town has no liability or perceived liability.
Who's the rep for the town? Will it be the DPW with Steve or?
Yeah, they'd be the lead contact. And Severino would be doing the work, but we would have, construction services on site.
Totally.
There'd be some communication. We've done a lot of work with Severino, so there's an ongoing relationship there. Any other questions? Is do you foresee any additional needs beyond the 75 over the 18? Just your plans over the next 10, 15 years? I mean, is this something that we want to consider now during this design phase, so we're not digging things up soon?
No.
I mean, this would sort of cover you for the foreseeable future.
That's right.
Okay. And have you had any conversations with Public Works about modifying your permit at all? Or as you say, everything is the industrial permit's not going to change as far as the constituents that you're testing for?
Correct, yeah, that part of the permit wouldn't change, but, I mean, it's been years that
Right.
we've been talking, every year when they come for the audit, we talk about, hey, we want to increase, we want to increase, and, yeah, that brings us here tonight.
Okay. Any other questions? Great. We'll be meeting on Monday, and I'm sure we'll get some sort of correspondence through the appropriate channels as far as what we need for final information. But
Okay.
yeah, I think the plans part of it is well down the road. I don't know exactly where it is,
Yeah.
but presumably that's not too far away. And I think
You're
we
going to
can-
be meeting on Monday with staff, or?
staff. yeah.
Okay, and you'll get back to us?
Somebody will, probably Melissa, just
Okay.
for channels.
Sure.
Or Steve.
Okay.
Since I'm just a volunteer.
I do have one more quick question. What is the typical BOD out of the industrial waste portion of it? What's a range?
I don't have it
Range.
memorized, I can pull it up, I have it. Can I
If you
a
have
couple
it,
minutes?
if you don't mind,
Yeah.
and how does that compare to our sanitary sewer BOD? How much extra load are we, 75,000 gallons extra a day is considerable, but
Well,
what's
a
the
lot of
BOD
it
load?
is, a lot of it is coolant water,
Oh, okay,
okay?
So there's not
'Cause
that
they're doing
much.
it- there's heat exchangers out there.
okay.
And
Yeah, the actual industrial waste. is
in the
pretty
industrial
small.
waste.
It's pretty
is-
small?
is-
Oh,
is
okay.
relatively small speaking, it's not 100,000 gallons a day.
Oh, okay, so the increase is not all of the
No,
industrial.
and because of the way that things are are defined, sewer is charged as water usage.
Right, I understand.
Lint is being charged for all of the water.
Right.
Most of which is getting evaporated.
Yep, yep. I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
That situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been on the other end of that.
So did somebody write down a list of names that we could just write into the record? Appreciate it. Excellent. Thank you.
I just have to connect to Wi-Fi, sorry.
Okay. Seeing no additional questions, thanks for
I'm
coming in.
still waiting for BOD information.
Okay.
See, I think she's going to I made her pull it, I asked her to pull it up. I should say I made her. I asked her to pull it up. And she agreed. So I thought, if she's gone to those trouble, might as well get the number.
Is the last quarter okay for information?
Sure, that's fine. Just,
Because I thought you were being chocolate, so.
and this is just the industrial waste part, not the total effluent, correct?
That's correct.
So the total effluent, as you say, will be considerably lower.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Actually, could you grab a microphone really quick? You're Giovanna, right? Yeah. So you had sent the original framework of an agreement to Russ a few
Correct.
months ago, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I just wanted to find, assuming that that general agreement would be similar, I mean, we may have to tweak some numbers here and there, but since you wrote it, I just want to get your permission that we use that general template.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes,
So that's fine.
it's fine.
Excellent. I didn't want to go making assumptions. Like I say, if there's numbers to be tweaked, we'll, let you know, and so the document can be revised. But I think we should be able to finish things off here pretty quickly.
Actually, if you have trouble finding that number, I can get it another time or whatever.
I've almost got it. I just had
Okay.
to log on, sorry.
okay.
It takes a
It's okay.
second. We're in quarter 3 right now, so I'm gonna go to quarter 2.
That's fine.
And I'm gonna go to my sample tables to tell you the BOT.
And while you're there, it's COD also.
Sure.
A little more reliable number anyway.
Well, while Melanie's looking for that, I'm just going to finalize
Sure.
the agenda. We received the operations reports and financial reports. we've almost, even though the septic facility just quite recently went online, it's been quite successful, so we should be able to pay off the paper debt, taking money out of reserves to pay for that by the middle of next year at the latest, based on current usage. So the financial reports look pretty good.
That's,
No.
how far ahead of schedule is that? Is that like a year and a half or 6 months or?
Yeah, I mean, it was estimated to be 3 to 4 years
Yeah, that's what I
payback.
thought, yeah.
So there was some discussion about what the rate might be, and I was able to prevail. And I think Steve Cronin agreed quite readily that we should be at the higher end of the local scale, since it's a brand-new facility and all
Right.
that. And it will be easier for people to log in and discharge and get out very quickly. And but despite that, there's a real need for the service, and that seems to be working pretty well.
Good.
Do you want milligrams per liter or pounds per day?
Milligrams per liter. I'm more familiar with that. Thank you.
So I have quite a few quarters of information if you need it, but the last one was 2,000.
Okay, that's the BOD? And
And I don't have
You don't
COD
have
in the
COD.
report.
Okay, that's fine. 2,000. Okay, but it's not, if it were all 75,000, that might be significant, but being just a portion is, it's fine.
Yeah.
How much goes through your industrial treatment plant per day?
About 30 to 40%. It varies per
Okay,
day.
of the 75,000?
Correct.
Okay.
Well,
thank you.
of our total.
Yeah, right. Okay, excuse me, right, of
Yeah.
your total, which is 18,000.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's our allotment.
Okay.
Our
What's the
total that we send down, remember, is comprised of sanitary, blow down from our chiller plant, and then the industrial waste. And the industrial waste is about 40% roughly.
Okay, and do you know what the total flow is?
The total gallons per day.
Gallons per day?
Yeah.
In 2024, remember, we're billed for
Yeah, I understand.
sewer.
So
you
it's
want
really
that
less
num-
than this. That's
Right,
fine. Yeah,
so
just give me
I
the
think it was
number.
56 or 65. Hold on, I have that number handy too.
I think it was around 41,000
That sounds right.
average and
Okay.
about 74 peak,
That sounds right.
Okay,
which is one of the reasons why
That's
this
actually,
project.
that's what's in the wastewater permit.
Right.
That sounds like it was in the permit, yeah.
okay.
That was over the last few years.
I'm
And
just trying to make sure we're not increasing any
no, it doesn't appear so.
significant to the sewer treatment plant, but I don't think we are.
That's one of the reasons why this has taken a while, because we wanted to make sure that the allocations, Lint's been using more than the original, but the allocation was sort of arbitrary.
Sure. We
Because
didn't have any money.
most of the other usages out there are office buildings.
Right.
And they're actually the ones using and manufacturing something. So they've never, or rarely, I think, gone over the 75, but maybe never.
No.
I don't think the industrial park has never gone over.
Right.
So, but most of it is being used by Lynn, so we thought we'd make it official as to what they're gonna use versus the rest of the park, so it should work out. Appreciate you bearing with us, and we should get back to you Monday or Tuesday, I would think, with the next steps.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry for getting into the weeds a little bit.
It's okay. I love it.
I was in my previous life, I was an engineer at an industrial waste treatment plant.
Then you're in the right role.
So,
Thanks, Mark.
I'm,
Good to see you, George.
curious.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay,
Is everything on the agenda,
I
or
think, that's pretty much it, unless someone has any
am I making a
questions
motion to
about-
adjourn? Or is it too early to make that motion?
No, you can move to
I
adjourn.
move to adjourn.
I will second that. And just a final comment or discussion, the next meeting is Wednesday, December 10th.
I will not be here.
Carl will
I
not
can
be.
zoom in, maybe. Let me check my calendar.
We'll see what the agenda is. It might be relatively light, but
Okay.
we'll see. We'll let people know early enough.
December
But you'll-
10th?
You'll get emails and everything
Okay.
presumably.
Yeah, but if you need me, I can zoom in, it looks like, so.
The 10th?
The 10th, December 10th. Okay, all in favor of adjourning, signify by saying aye. Aye opposed. Thank you, and we'll see you in December.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to Exeter TV. Exeter TV is the town's public and government access channels, available on Comcast Channels 6 and 22. Channel 6 is your channel. If you have an idea for a program, want to host your own talk show, or submit a film, we're here to get your content on television. On Channel 22, we bring you live and replay coverage of government meetings and other town updates. A third channel, Blue Hawk Media, is operated by SAU 16 and can be found on Channel 8, with all your school sports, events, and meetings. You can watch Exeter TV online at exeternh